and straight away start a new one. I'm not sure how much of the window that this thing captures, but you might have even just seen the screen recording clip. Recorded, finished, whatever. You know what I mean? You might have seen the thing on the screen saying that I had literally just done it. Are there any legendaries? I don't think there are. Why are you? Yeah, the same one as before. Yep, still gonna ignore it. Yep. More dialogue that I am very interested in. Hello, Hammerlock. I'm not entirely sure what's happening. Okay. I guess that was just whatever. Oh, we're so close. 2 more levels. I could just like... I think my auto-clicker might be worse. Sort of like equivalent. But hey, at least we're last planet. Might finally be close to finishing. You know, I'm gonna get this done today. And then I'm probably just gonna start the... Probably just gonna start the DLC tomorrow. Or, well, whenever I next play this game, which, to be honest, probably might not be tomorrow. And this thing is still destroying absolutely everything. Despite being severely out-leveled, it's still really good. I mean, mean, I'm glad because I do enjoy it, but it does feel somewhat wrong, if that makes sense. Yes, I am just looking for other mini-bosses that might drop me something interesting. I don't care necessarily if it's good, just as long as it's, you know, interesting. Because it certainly isn't challenging, let's put it that way. Yeah, I'm so tired of this story. Oh, can you please be over? Once again, there is absolutely zero reason for that wall to be an invisible wall. Like, why? Why is that a thing? No idea. Okay, sure, there are probably some lore implications and blah blah blah, but thank you, Typhon. Very cool. Why are all those disabled? What? I don't know, it might just be an issue from Guardian rank being old. Typhon, for fuck's sake, come on. You're alright, very cool. I think we're one more point away, aren't we? next level. That's when we get the fun stuff. Because then our clone has the same weapon that we do, which, I don't know if you noticed, is kind of strong. Once again, activating those. Hey, it's no longer one-shotting things. Yeah, activating the 2 action skills. Just free movement speed increase. What? Go on, please tell me they didn't. Come on, you spawned in. Yeah, okay. Just took the time. Just thinking about it. And then we do all that for absolutely nothing. Aside from one chest, which does have a legendary in. It's a skin. I'm sure it will look amazing. I don't know, none of the skins in this game have actually been anything worth changing to. Does once again, there is a fine line between like adding more content and just adding like bloat. And it's like, I think one of the things that makes it feel like bloat is just the consistency of it. You know what I mean? It's not just, oh, here's, you know, this dumb bridge that we have to, you know, despite having helicopters, we've got to repair the bridge. You know, it's not like that where it's just like that one-off dumb thing that, you know, maybe not one-off, but once again, Borderlands 2 has not aged well. And, you know, looking back, it is very, very easy to get lost in the nostalgia of it and, you know, to be biased towards it. Because, for one, this game is not very good. It is by far, you know, this is not the Borderlands 2 of 2018 or whatever it was. You know, this was not as revolutionary and as fun as Borderlands 2 was. But at the same time, where is it? There we are. Have we only been here 50? I guess that makes sense. But yeah, this is just like compared to what was available around when Borderlands 2 released, compared to what was available around here, this is just not the step up that 2 was. It does just feel somewhat like more of the same. You know, it just feels like they didn't learn from the mistakes of 2 as much as they maybe should have. Because, you know, people most definitely did say, like, hey, this plot point is dumb, it doesn't make sense, it feels like it's just being padded for time and stuff like that. People said that about 2. And, you know, a lot of people looking back will, if they go and replay it, will say, like, this is a bit of a dumb plot point. Why am I doing this? You know, this doesn't feel like something that I actually should have to do. And variations along that sentiment. And it's true, a lot of the game could have just been completely removed, just cut out entirely. And they just didn't learn from it. Which, I don't know, there was probably some like Chinese old man that said like, a mistake is not when you do something wrong, it's when you fail to learn from something you did wrong, whatever it is. Someone said something along those lines in a far more elegant, you know, sophisticated manner, and yeah, this game is most definitely an example of that. Because it could have been so good. If they would have just like cared about the story ever so slightly more. You know, maybe brought on people that were maybe a bit more critical and shit like that. But it could have been so good, is the thing. That's like the annoying thing about it. Because obviously, I want a better game. You know, I don't, as much as I joke about Mr. Squirtborn, I don't want the game to fail. I want it to be as good as possible, and it just seems that they kind of didn't care too much. You know, the story and a lot of the objectives just feel like bloat, and they kind of just are. You know, if it sounds like bloat, feels like bloat, and plays like bloat, then it probably is just bloat, let's be honest. Or whatever you want to call it. Padding. You know, 50 words for the same thing. Also, I am glad that they have things like that. It's just nice to, you know, go off the beaten path and, oh look, here's a random thing that you weren't expecting that, you know. Unlike in Borderlands 2, you could very easily get something good from it. Whereas in Borderlands 2, it's like... Borderlands 2 was... you just don't farm things. The only time that you farm anything in that game is if you know exactly what it's going to drop, and if you know that it's going to be good for you. Because it takes too long to waste that time farming if it, you know, is going to drop, like, you know, something other than a double penetrating unkempt Harold. What's the point in doing it? You know, whereas this, it's very, very plausible that you get, say, a Hellwalker that is still absolutely shredding things 15 levels below what it, you know, below what the enemies are. And it's just stuff like this as well. Like, what I really need to move that myself. And then this, wow, what a convenient thing to happen. And I say that a lot, but it happens a lot. There is just so much convenient shit in this game that it is just annoying. You know, you could have just had that guy be a security guard. There is nothing that needed him to have the crystal on him. I did see that chest that we just went by. I also don't understand that at all. Just random invisible walkway. Do I have to? I think I can just do that, right? Is there a boss here? I don't think there is. This is just like go to the vault, and there's nothing guarding it. Our boss, I guess, was Tron 2. And now we get a load of do we actually? We don't get, as far as I'm aware, in the entire game. You know, despite the pre-sequel focusing far less Guardians, it had more Guardian boss fights. Admittedly, I think that a lot of the Guardian design in the pre-sequel was, you know, some of them arguably better than this game. Also, Typhon, please stop, you know, edge walking. You're not delivering a monologue. Come on. That's it. I always thought that it was a, you know, it was coded where they would start running once the dialogue was finished. I thought that's just how it worked. But apparently it's on like a timer or something, just judging from what I've seen. Because I thought it would have been easier to have it, you know, just be based on when a dialogue finishes. Because that way you don't have to worry about, like, you know, different languages. Some are just going to be quicker than others. Have you soft locked? Okay. I'll be going now. Just sneak on by. Is this a thing? No. Okay. I guess this really doesn't like being quit out on. Yeah. No idea what happened there then. And we get to... like, it is literally just a sea urchin, isn't it? Can I fast travel from inside a vault? Yep. No issues there. I'm sure that won't cause any problem. Oh, but we're so close. So nearly fucking done with this game. I think, right? I think it is just we go here. Tannis. 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 Why is the alien battery here? We left it down in the Great Machine thing. So doesn't she like literally follow us here? Like, don't we go down and she just follows us? So why did we have to go up and see her? You can't even say it was like a technical thing, because, well, yeah, look, they're here. Look, you're fucking right here. Why did you make me go through that extra loading screen? It's just fucking sadistic game devs or something. I mean, I guess, okay, it gave Ava something, I guess, maybe. Ava, but once again, it's Ava, so who gives a shit? They clearly didn't. God, they all run so funny. And then once again, I am struck by the question of why did the Guardians try and stop us here? Considering that there is quite clearly we're trying to help. Also, I never picked those keys up. Hello? Man. What? Why is it suddenly gone all fucky? Yeah, it just didn't load. The right thing, Typhon just really doesn't like having his voice lines deleted, I guess. I'm not really sure how much of the misinformation in the posters about, you know, his physical nature. I'm not sure how many of that is from him or from you know, just like general mainstream media. It was the fucking Daily Mail, let's be honest. They're responsible for it all. What are they doing? Yep, I will take the totally hidden passage for a free chest. Wow. I knew it was there because I've played this game before, and I did some real hardcore adventuring when I first played it. That's why. No other reason why I know that's there. I want the nothing. I mean, at least the cartel one had a chance of spawning enemies that could drop us, you know, say like, I don't know, the OPQ system, you know, that incredibly broken weapon. Could have got one of them. But didn't. The thing is, it's like, I want to play the Valentine's thing. And so I'm just leaving that on. Because we've already done the cartel one. You know, and God forbid I replay content. You see, like, the design for the Guardian in the pre-sequel was just way more alien. It was just like that. This is in no way even close to being like anything resembling a human. Oh, fuck you. You know what I mean? The pre-sequel was just way better for the design of the Guardians, which I'm gonna say the pre-sequel was underrated. Because it was. Don't get me wrong, it was far from being a good game, but it was hardly the worst. It was just, you know, at the time, Borderlands 2 was, you know, really liked. You know what I mean? People liked it a lot. And so to live up to the expectations of a sequel for that game, it's just a lot to live up to. And that's why, you know, the pre-sequel just didn't quite, you know, live up to expectations. You know, I played it not too long ago, and it's far from being the worst. It's definitely no Borderlands 2, especially when it comes to like the story and shit, but you know, nowadays looking back, Borderlands 2 is no Borderlands 2. You know, the fondness that I remember the game with is not accurate to the actual quality of the game once you replay it. You know, the game isn't bad, but it's, you know, it's an IGN 10 out of 10. Come on, Typhon. Come on. Get foot down. There's a universe on On the edge of destruction. Once again, why are these so... What? You know what I mean? Why are they so awkward to get around? I'm trying to save the universe here. And you're just making it harder for us? I just don't understand this area in general. Like, a lot of just the entire just enemy type of the Guardians. It made sense in Borderlands pre-sequel because you were trying to open a vault. You were trying to, you know, acquire something that should not be acquired. It was, you know, forbidden, and they were protecting it, and that's why they attacked you. Whereas in this, it's like, we are 100% the good guys. There is absolutely no question about it. And the only thing that we're trying to do is, you know, activate their machine to save the world. Wow, so glad I went back to smash that. But yeah, it just feels really strange to have this resistance. When all logic says that they should be helping us. You know, most definitely not trying to stop us. Fuck it, come on, let's test out this clone. I think swapping to the OPQ system before putting that out might have been a better idea, but to be honest, we're not really having much of an issue. Oh yeah. Sorry, it's kind of hard to know what I'm meant to be doing when the game's audio seems to be broken for some reason. I wonder why. Should really look at fixing that. Can I have my normal accuracy back now, please? That's it. I promise I'll be a good boy. Oh, I don't know, I've got an itch. There we go. Itchy leg. And double nothing. I think that once you get, like, towards the meta of this game, I think people just don't even bother opening chests. Because, like, even though the actual drop rate, the chance of getting something good in a chest, even though that's gone up, the chance of it being something useful, you know, something better than what you already have, is just basically zero. I think that's a thing. But, like, once again, I mean, Need I say anything? Like, it's fun, but at the same time, Jesus Christ, what the fuck is going on? It's like, man, imagine having, like, epilepsy trying to play this game. I think you just, like, wouldn't. I think it's one of those things where it's like, you just don't try. You know what I mean? It's like driving a car. You know, if you're epileptic, you just don't. I think it's the same with this. Or at least I think that's the thing. I think being diagnosed with epilepsy makes you invalid for a driving license. Because the like lights at night and driving by them super quick can trigger epileptic reactions or something. Wasn't that a thing with like Kurt Eichenwald, where he said like, "Oh, I'm epileptic," and then it's like, "But you were driving, so surely you can't be that bad." I'm sure that was a thing, right? I mean, hell, if you know, a assault by gifting, you know, can send someone to hospital, then God, what could this game do? I was going to say that there's probably a what's it called, like a Pepe reference in here. I know the original GIF wasn't a Pepe with Kurt Eichenwald, but I don't know. It's on one hand, I can see them doing it because that's if they got a fucking Rick and Morty one, you know, let's be honest. At the same time, it might be too edgy. Mr. Racism Frog. Ooh, that's bad. He didn't fucking Mr. Squirt Porn Frog instead. It's just surreal to think that that is like an actual thing that happened. That is just like a part of history. Like actual news. It's just like, what were you doing? It's even more amazing that you know, they didn't care about it at all. You know, I get he's the head of the company and everything, but you know, I would have thought maybe downloading stuff from sketchy websites onto a hard drive full of sensitive corporate documents might have some repercussion in some aspect, but apparently not. Man. Oh, I see why we were going for shotguns. Yeah, I see why we were not using snipers, because Jesus. Painful. So this should be the end, right? And of course the portal is a solid object that I can't actually walk into. I'm sure they had that right in the Tina DLC. So do we do it with the day one obliteration machine? Because originally the Flacker was what was absolutely shredding through Tyrene. I mean, we'll give it a go. Not actually that good. Please, Jesus. Come on. What do we want to go for? 'Cause that one's all maxed out. Guess we can stick some points in here. I cannot see anything of what's going on. There we go. Thank you. Yep. This cutscene is not deserved at all. Ready for 4 chests of nothing? There's 2 already. Oh, we got 1. Oh, we got 2 actually. Thunderbolt Fists and the Flood. Great. I remember the Flood being alright against like big bosses, but just better. It's just better. Oh, sorry, this is the unearned cutscene. can't be bothered to walk over there. Let me guess, it's going to be a class mod for flak. Called it. It's always going to be a class mod for flak, because I'm never going to pick it up, I can't bother to sell it. Please, I ask for relatively little. I would like a pistol chest, and I would like it to be a Maggie. Tannis, what? You were right there, you could have picked it up yourself. So what do we got? Not really anything. Crossroad, and I think Bearcats are alright. Okay, so we can now get back into Mayhem levels. I'm probably just going to call it there. There's no point in starting the DLC as there. At this time, it's like... Actually, let's do the what's it called? Was it this one? I think might be. I will have to, go on what's it called? Redo the what's it thing. Dialogue. I will have to put those files back in. I don't even know where they go. I don't know where they're stored. I don't know where you put them. I don't know any of that stuff. There you go, Marcus. Enjoy. What's the what's it quest? Valentine's Day quest. Maybe there wasn't one. Oh, okay. Well, call it there then, I guess.